Next topic is how conflicts are resolved. For how these the protests which we have discussed in the previous video, how they are resolved. In any country, conflicts are bound to occur, as there might be differences of opinion and preference among people. So what is the main reason behind a conflict or a protest in any country is the difference of opinion. They are thinking what other people thinks. So because of their opinion, they are thinking, these type of conflicts or fight occurs. Some people might feel discriminated against while other may think they are superior. So there are certain situation where some people they think that they are being discriminated, or they are not given the basic rights in their society, or in their country, due to which the fight took place. Or there are some other reasons where some community they think that they are more superior, they are more, you can say, at a higher level as compared to the other community. Conflicts can be based on religion. So on what basis the conflict can be occur? It can be on the basis of religion, their caste, whether they are Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai. This can also be the region, or you can say reason, due to which conflict can take place. Rights over property or territory and other such issues. Even on the properties, or you can say the areas of particular states, or an area, due to which the conflict can occur. Sometimes conflict can be very serious and complicated in nature, leading to unnecessary violence, destruction, or even loss of life. So even sometimes the conflict can turn in a very serious and complicated, because it leads to the unnecessary different types of violence, due to which many properties are destroyed, and even many people are killed. There can be conflict between two individual, two groups, or even two or more states. So there are different situations in which the conflict can take place. It can be between the two people, or the two social groups, or even between the two or more states also. It is the duty of the government to resolve all conflicts in a peaceful manner, so that all the parties involved in the conflict are pacified. So it is the duty of the government of that particular country to resolve the conflict in a very peaceful manner, so that all the parties are satisfied. Sometimes some vested interest ignite conflict to serve their own purpose. So there are many, you can say, the people, or you can say the many political parties, they try to bring those issues which affect the sentiment of the people, so that their needs or their own purpose can be satisfied. In such cases, the government should be impartial and tactful, and ensure that the conflict does not grow out of control. So it is a duty of the government of that particular country to look after if there is any conflict between two groups, or two states, or two people. It is a duty of the government to look after, so that that particular conflict will not lead to the destruction or the loss of people. All the citizen of the country have to be abide by some law. So there should be certain rules and regulation through which all the citizen of that particular country should follow, so that there will be less conflict. Through uh, through its police force, the government has to ensure that the people follow the law, and conflict do not lead to widespread lawlessness. So it is a duty of the government to make certain rules and regulation, and it is a duty of the government to give the police the authority to look after whether the peoples are following the law and order, and if they are violating the law and order, they should be penalized. If the conflicting parties cannot reach any amicable solution, they should approach the court of justice. So if two people, or two social group, or two states or more, or the two different religion, if they do not get any, you can say, any proper solution, they can go to the court of justice, that is the Supreme Court, High Court, or the district courts in their nearby areas. Next is case study, the Kaveri River water dispute. So let us discuss one case study which is related to the river Kaveri between the different states. Conflict can sometimes involve two or more states. The Kaveri water dispute between the Karnataka and Tamil Nadu is an example of conflict between states. So the because of the Kaveri river, the two states were fighting among each other. Who were those states? They were the Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Kerala and the Union Territory of Puducherry are also part of the dispute. So not only the two states but also the third state and even one Union Territory is also involved in the Kaveri dispute. The Kaveri river flows in the southern Karnataka and then to the Tamil Nadu. So the Kaveri river, it flows in the southern part of Karnataka and then goes to the Tamil Nadu. Both Tamil Nadu and Karnataka demanded a greater share of water from the river. So the Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, they demanded that they want a huge amount of share of water in their state. In 1990, the central government appointed a tribunal, the Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal, to look into the matter. So in order to look after the Kaveri dispute, in the year 1990, the central government, they have appointed a body who will look after this issue. The tribunal decided to grant an interim reward to Tamil Nadu, ordering Karnataka to release water from the Kaveri reserve to Tamil Nadu every year. So according to this body, which was made by the central government of India, they ordered that Karnataka have to release a water from the Kaveri reserve so that that particular water of the Kaveri can go to the Tamil Nadu every year. These lead to a large scale violence in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So as the decision given by the Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal, it does not, this decision was not accepted by the, you can say, Karnataka people, and finally these violence lead to a very violent way. The government again constituted the Kaveri River Authority, that is CRA, and the Kaveri Monitoring Committee to find a solution to the problem. So in order to solve the problem, again Indian government, they have formed a body to look after so that they can get a proper solution through which both the state and other state, that is the Kerala and Puducherry, can also get the benefit from the Kaveri river. After a series of differences and controversies, the tribunal delivered its final verdict on 5th February 2007. So finally, looking after the various aspect, finally they have given their final verdict, and according to that verdict is that the dispute, however, did not end as the four states failed review petition seeking clarification. So though they have, though the you can say body, that is CRA and the Kaveri Monitoring Committee, they have announced their you can say decision, but still the four states were not at all accepting the decision. Based on the direction of the Supreme Court, the government notified on 20th February 2013 the final award of the Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal on sharing the waters of the Kaveri system among the states of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Union Territory of Puducherry. So finally on 20th February 2013, Supreme Court of India, they have announced that the Kaveri river water will be distributed equally among the Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry. The final award makes an annual allocation of 419 TM CFT to Tamil Nadu in the entire Kaveri basin, 270 TM CFT to Karnataka, 30 TM CFT to Kerala and 7 TM CFT to Puducherry. So according to the Supreme Court of India, they have divided the Kaveri, you can say Kaveri river in the form of 1000 million cubic meter, and they have equally distributed among the four states so that in the upcoming future there will be no dispute regarding the Kaveri river.